of Nazi Germany are among the darkest chapters in human history. But the story of those who supported, admired, or collaborated with the Nazis extends far beyond Germany's borders. From industrial magnates to royal figures, their actions, or inactions, left a stain on history. In this video, we uncover the stories of prominent non-German Nazi sympathizers, exploring their motives, controversies, and legacies. Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company and one of the most influential industrialists of the 20th century, was not just an innovator, he was also a man whose views on Jews and global politics and had earned him admiration from Adolf Hitler himself. Between 1921 and 1927, Ford published a series of anti-Semitic articles in his newspaper, The Dearborn Independent. These writings claimed Jews were responsible for many of the world's problems, echoing themes later adopted by the Nazi Party. Hitler admired Ford so deeply that he referenced him in Mein Kampf, calling him an inspiration. In 1938, Ford received the Grand Cross of the German Eagle, the highest honor Nazi Germany could bestow on a foreigner. Despite his troubling views, Ford's factories produced vehicles and equipment for the Allied war effort during World War II. His legacy remains complicated, a pioneer of industry, but a man whose prejudices cast a long shadow. Prince Bernhard of Lippe-Bierstefeld, a member of the Dutch royal family, is remembered for his role in the post-war reconstruction of the Netherlands. But before his marriage to Princess Juliana, Bernhard's life was intertwined with Nazi Germany. Born into a German aristocratic family, Bernhard joined the Nazi-affiliated Waffen-SS during his youth, though he later claimed this was a nominal affiliation. Critics have questioned the extent of his loyalty to the Nazi cause during the 1930s, despite his categorical denials. Irrefutable proof of the late Prince Bernhard's membership of the Nazi party NSDAP has been found in his private archives. After marrying into the Dutch royal family, Bernhard became a staunch supporter of the Allied cause. His wartime contributions to the resistance earned him widespread respect, but his early connections to the Nazi Party remain a point of contention. Walt Disney, the creator of some of the most beloved characters in cinematic history, is often associated with joy and imagination. But some controversies have led to questions about his views during the rise of Nazi Germany. In 1938, Disney hosted Leni Riefenstahl, the filmmaker behind Nazi propaganda films like Triumph of the Will. While Disney's actions were not unusual, many Hollywood studios entertained German filmmakers before the war. The meeting fueled speculation about his political leanings. However, during World War II, Disney's studio produced anti-Nazi propaganda films, including the Oscar-winning Der Führer's Face. While his personal views remain debated, Disney's actions during the war suggest a clear opposition to fascism. Our exploration of non-German Nazi sympathizers continues, with Charles Lindbergh, the celebrated aviator whose fame turned controversial due to his admiration for Nazi Germany. Charles Lindbergh was an American hero famous for his solo transatlantic flight in 1927, but by the late 1930s, his reputation took a darker turn. Lindbergh visited Germany several times and was impressed by its technological and aviation advancements, even accepting a medal from Hermann Göring on Hitler's behalf in 1938. As a prominent voice in the isolationist America First Committee, Lindbergh spoke against U.S. involvement in World War II. In his speeches, he claimed Jewish groups were pushing the country into war, a statement widely criticized as anti-Semitic. Although Lindbergh's views damaged his reputation, he later served as a consultant for the U.S. military during the war. His legacy remains controversial, a mix of groundbreaking achievements and divisive belief. In Britain, Oswald Mosley rose to prominence as the leader of the British Union of Fascists. Inspired by Mussolini's fascism, Mosley sought to emulate Nazi Germany in the UK. His rallies, often marked by anti-Semitic rhetoric and violent clashes, became a symbol of division in pre-war Britain. Public resistance to Mosley's movement culminated in the Battle of Cable Street in 1936, where anti-fascist protesters clashed with the BUF. Mosley's alignment with Nazi Germany led to his detention during World War II under wartime emergency laws. Even after the war, Mosley continued to promote far-right ideologies, though his influence diminished. He remains one of Britain's most notorious fascist figures. In Norway, Vidkun Quisling's name became synonymous with treason. A military officer and politician, Quisling seized the opportunity during Nazi Germany's occupation of Norway to establish himself as the head of a puppet government. Quisling implemented policies aligned with Nazi ideology, including anti-Semitic laws and crackdowns on dissent. His collaboration with the Nazis earned him widespread hatred from his countrymen. After the war, Quisling was tried for treason, found guilty, and executed in 1945. Today, his name endures as byword for betrayal. In Belgium, Léon Degrelle led the Arististe Party, a fascist movement that aligned closely with Nazi Germany. Degrelle's charisma and fiery speeches attracted followers, and he became one of Hitler's most loyal foreign allies. During the war, Degrelle joined the Waffen-SS and fought on the Eastern Front, earning military honors from the Nazis. Hitler reportedly admired him, even saying he wished Degrelle were his son. After the war, Degrelle fled to Spain, where he lived under Franco's protection. Unrepentant until his death in 1994, Degrelle remained a staunch defender of Nazi ideology. Father Charles Coughlin, known as the Radio Priest, was one of America's most influential and controversial figures during the 1930s. Broadcasting to millions, he used his platform to spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and criticize U.S. policies against Nazi Germany. Coughlin's rhetoric mirrored Nazi propaganda, blaming Jewish communities for economic woes and opposing U.S. entry into the war. His growing extremism eventually led to the Catholic Church and the U.S. government curtailing his broadcasts. Though he faded from public life, Coughlin's influence remains a stark example of how extremist ideologies can spread through mass media. From aviators to priests, from royalty to politicians, these individuals played roles that helped shape the perception and spread of Nazi ideology beyond Germany's borders. Their actions, whether through direct collaboration or ideological alignment, serve as cautionary tales of how influence and power can be misused. The actions of these individuals remind us of the dangers of unchecked power and prejudice. While some sought redemption, others doubled down on their beliefs. Their legacies serve as a stark reminder of the complexities of human history. The past cannot be changed, but its lessons remain invaluable. As we look back at the lives of those who stood on the wrong side of history, we must strive to ensure that such darkness never takes hold again. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most complex stories.